let's talk about the most fun game on the board. Let's do it. Let's get into this game because I'm very excited for this one.
This game's gonna be good.
I remarked to my group chat with Brandon Anderson and former Buckets contributor Raheem Palmer that I can't figure out my numbers keep being like, yeah, no, the Wizards are okay. Like, they're not that bad. And I keep looking at the numbers being like, are you drunk? Like, how drunk are you? Because the Wizards are terrible. The Wizards in this game are 3.5-point dogs. I have them as favorites. I have them as 2-point favorites. I should absolutely be betting the Wizards. I 100% will not. I will not do it on principle. I will not do it in any regard. You, however, have a prop play, which I think is admirable. Tell me about Deni Avdija.
Yeah, so this is very dependent on Jordan Poole not playing. So he's listed as questionable. We'll see if by the time you hear this, hopefully there's a full report. If he does not play, I'm going to be looking at Deni Avdija's points up to 14.5, and if I dig even a little deeper, I might even have a little more room for it tomorrow. But he's scoring almost 9 points per 100 possessions more with Poole off the court this season. Again, it makes sense from a usage perspective. It makes sense from a perspective of anyone who saw that preseason huddle where he was clearly not pleased with not getting the ball from Jordan Poole. And so what I really like though is, so in the last game, Jordan Poole was not active, and man, his is a tricky name to say. I'm gonna call him Deni the rest of the time. Deni had 9 field goal attempts and 4 from 3, and that doesn't sound like much, and it wasn't, but that was because he only played 16 minutes. It was a blowout loss. They got run off the court. If he had played his full minutes load, he was tracking for just about season high attempts from the field and from 3. So these ones where a player is out, we get to see the impact of like the field goal attempt distribution, but it's a blowout. So the books don't get to see that full number. That second game back, I really like to target folks who theoretically should have a higher minutes load. I don't see the Pistons running the Wizards off the court. Matt, am your numbers. I also keep thinking I should bet the Wizards, and I actually, unfortunately, do keep betting them every now and then. And let me tell you, folks, it's not fun. They don't cover much. They get run off the court frequently. I will not be betting them, but I am going to look at Deni for this points prop. 14.5. Last game it was 13.5, so that, you know, even theoretically a little bit of wiggle room there. But I even may take it 15.5 if I do a little more digging on the Pistons defensively side of it. Bet the Wizards despite wanting to.
I have to look this up real quick. I have to see this. So the Pistons, 2, 3, 4. What's the streak now for the Pistons?
Is it 34 out of 38? Maybe
they've lost 13 in a row. I wonder, like, the Pistons have lost 13 in a row and are favored by more than a possession. And I still can't bet against them because it's the fucking Wizards. I did bet. So when Poole got ruled out on Saturday night, I was like, yeah, I'll take a sprinkle on the Wizards because Poole's out. And like, that's that should actually be a plus for them. And they got completely just destroyed by the Hawks, just ran off the court. That was the exact moment where I was like, there will not be a number at which I can bet the Washington Wizards for a little while. Like, I don't care. Even like this is such a good spot for them off a day's rest, coming off a loss. Like, the Pistons are so bad and they can't score and the Wizards can. Like, this is a great spot for the Wizards and I just can't do it, Joe. I can't do it.
No, the Wizards are just absolutely terrible. The one thing that I will say, and I noticed this, and it's, you guys can shirk me or shirk this advice if you want, but Kyle Kuzma was tracking for a triple double in that game against the Hawks, and if Jordan Poole doesn't play, it might be a fun little sprinkle out there. You probably have to build it, and you'll probably get the best odds, but as opposed to the pre-built triple double option. But you know, you could throw like the 10 boards, 10 assists in there, and it might be fun. Or like if you water it down with some 8 and 8. But he was tracking. He had 7 boards and he had 8 assists against Atlanta. So something to keep an eye on.
The triple double king.
The Nuggets and Clippers play. LeBron faces Embiid, and on this podcast, we're talking about Deni Avdija, points, props, ladders. and Kyle Kuzma triple double props. That's why you come to Buckets.